This is lecture number 12 in the system programming course. The title for the today's lecture is Fundamentals of Language Specification. I, Professor Devi Kosti, welcome you for this lecture. So let us start. Let us start with the what exactly the language specification is. As we know, the specification of source language forms the basic of the source program analysis. In the front end of the TOEIC compiler, we have seen what is the need of source program and what are the different specifications of it. So in this bit, we will learn the important lexical, syntactic and semantic features of a programming language. Programming language grammars. So this heading is not going to cover exactly the grammars, but this particular heading will definitely cover the requirements to learn the programming language grammars. So here, the lexical, syntactic and features of a language are specified by its grammar. Now, we have seen that lexical, syntactical features of a language means what? We have also done lexical analysis, syntactic analysis. Now, lexical and syntactic features of any programming language are specified by its grammar. Here, we will learn key concepts and notions from formal language grammars. Now, a language L can be a collection of valid statements. So this we are talking about a simple general language, English language or Marathi language. A language L can be a collection of valid statements. Each statement is a collection of sequence of words. Each word contains a sequence of letters or graphic symbols acceptable in the language L. Now, a language specified in this manner, we call it as a formal language. So formal language example I just told you, English can be a formal language because language can be collection of sentence, words and letters. Now, what is formal language grammar? A formal language grammar is a set of rules which precisely specify the sentence in L. Now, if this grammar is not precisely specifying the sentence of language L, then this we cannot call it as a formal language grammar. Now, natural languages are not formal languages because they have very huge vocabulary set. So it is very much difficult for the grammar to specify such a huge vocabulary set that we are going to see in the coming slides examples. However, programming languages are formal languages. Why? Because programming languages are having very lesser amount of vocabulary that we will see. Now, this particular lecture will cover a lot of topics from the subject named as TOC, Theory of Computation. Now you know this, what is meant by terminal symbol, what is meant by alphabet, and what is meant by strings. Still, we will have a look on this. Alphabet of language L is denoted by a Greek symbol summation. It is nothing but the collection of symbols in the character set. Here you can see the example as small a to small z, 0 to 9 are the symbols. What is string? A string is a combination of the symbols. Example here, alpha is equal to AMY. So AMY is the string over summation. Means what? Whatever is given in the summation, the combination of that is nothing but a string. So this already you know. Terminal symbol means what, alphabet means what, and the strings being what. Next is NT and production. NT stands for non-terminal. Now NT is always written in a capital letter and enclosed in between the triangular brackets. Example here we have shown as noun. Now what is meant by production? Production is called as a rewriting rule. Rewriting rule means what? We can reach to a particular grammar production by rewriting the rule. How? That is going to be there in the example. A non-terminal symbol in the string, or a non-terminal symbol is a string of T's and NT's. T stands for terminals, NT stands for non-terminals. Now what is this? These are the two NT's given here. Article is non-terminal symbol, A and the. And noun phrase is equal to article and noun. Now, Whatever we have seen up till this slide, it seems very difficult because it is totally theoretical part. Let us come to the next point, that is derivation. Now here we are going through examples. Now consider the grammar. Sentence contains the noun phrase and verb phrase. Now, noun phrase is nothing but article and noun. All these written in triangular brackets are non-terminal symbols, as we just discussed. Verb phrase contains verb and noun phrase. Now what is the article? Nothing but article can be a and the. Noun can be boy or apple. Verb is ate. So this is the grammar. Now what is the derivation? Now for an example, the boy ate an apple. We have to see whether the boy ate an apple, whether this sentence is applicable for this grammar or not. Now let us see. Now let us start with the first sentence. Now sentence is nothing but noun phrase and verb phrase. You can see here noun phrase, verb phrase. Now what is there in the noun phrase? Noun phrase is a collection of article and noun. What is article? Article is either any of A and B. Now here article used is the and noun used is either boy or apple. Here noun used is boy. Now what is verb phrase? Verb phrase is verb and noun phrase. Now what is the verb? Verb is ate. So verb phrase ate. What is remaining? Noun phrase. Now what is there at noun phrase? Again article and noun. Now what is the article? Article is any one of A and B. So here noun phrase an is used. And after that noun phrase we have noun also. So which is the noun? Either of boy or apple. So here it is used as apple. See, the boy ate an apple is derived from the sentence, right? So we started with sentence and we reached to we started with this non-terminal symbol nt and we reached to the acceptable string, that is the boy ate an apple. I hope you understood derivation. I repeat, noun phrase and verb phrase is segregated in such a way that we reach to the sentence the boy ate an apple. First of all, noun phrase is nothing but, I will clear everything. First of all, noun phrase is nothing but the combination of article and noun. So the is article, boy is noun. Verb phrase is kept as it is. Next, noun phrase is kept as it is. Verb phrase contains verb and noun phrase. So verb is ate, noun phrase is kept as it is. So the boy ate and noun phrase is as it is. Now what is noun phrase? Noun phrase contains article and noun. So article is an, noun is apple. So the boy ate an apple is derived from the non-terminal symbol sentence. Got it? This is called as derivation. Next is reduction. Now from the sentence the boy ate an apple, can we reach to the starting symbol of a grammar? That is nothing but sentence. If we are able to reach to the sentence starting symbol of the grammar, then we call it as we have successfully reduced the sentence to the starting symbol of the grammar. Now let us see how it is done. Now we have sentence the boy ate an apple. Now reduce one by one. What is boy? So sorry, what is the? The is the article. Keep everything as it is. Boy ate an apple. After article, what is boy? Boy is noun. As per grammar I am telling. Article, noun. Next is ate an apple. Now keep article, noun as it is. Now what is ate? Ate is verb. Keep an apple as it is. Next is what is an? An is article. Keep apple as it is. And what is apple? Apple is noun. So we have taken the non-terminal symbols of every word in the sentence. The boy ate an apple. Now here is the smart work. How to combine this? Now article and noun phrase is combined, article and noun is combined to noun phrase. Verb is kept as it is, article and noun is kept as it is. Next, noun phrase will be as it is, verb will be as it is. Now this article and noun are combinedly called as noun phrase. Getting or not? So noun phrase, verb, noun phrase. This is the combination. Now keep noun phrase as it is. Verb and noun phrase is nothing but verb phrase. And at last, noun and verb phrase is nothing but sentence. So from the sentence, the boy ate an apple, we have successfully reduced to a starting symbol of the grammar sentence. So this is called as the reduction of this sequence. So the boy ate an apple will reach to the sentence successfully. So this is called as reduction. It is simple. You have to try one more time by your own. Write grammar, then take the sentence and try to reduce it. Next is parse tree. Now, whatever we have done in the reduction, the same is reflected in terms of parse tree. Now, what is the sentence? Here, bottom-up approach is there. Keep in mind. We are here. Parse tree. The boy ate an apple. So, what is the first thing you are going to do? You are going to write the boy is article. The is article. Next, here number indicates steps. The boy is nothing but noun. Ate is verb. An is article. Apple is noun. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is what we have written. The next step is what? Next, we have to combine this. But before we combine, first of all, we'll check at last. Article and noun together is called as noun phrase. But before that, you can combine this also. Article and noun is nothing but noun phrase. 6. This is number 6. After that, article and noun combinedly called as noun phrase. So that is nothing but 7. Now, noun phrase, verb and noun phrase. This is the situation. Now, verb phrase and noun phrase combinedly called as verb phrase. That is what 8. Now, combination of 6 and 8, noun phrase and verb phrase is called as sentence. So this is called as parse tree. Numbering is important. Depending on numbering, you are going to depending on numbering, it is very easy to explain. It is very easy to understand. So this is nothing but parse tree. I hope by looking at different examples, you have understood what we have learned in this lecture. Let us go to the end, concluding remark. Thus, we have studied what is meant by T's, terminal symbols, non-terminal symbols, what is meant by alphabet, then symbols, productions, derivation, and parse tree concepts in the specification of the source language. This is source. This is source language. In the coming lecture, next lecture, we will see types of grammars. The slide credit goes to the book written by Professor D.M. Damdare, IIT. I have taken every content from his book only. Happy learning. Do subscribe the channel to get the notifications of new videos uploaded. Thank you. Thank you very much.